Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Soldier Field. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sad.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And now out comes Minnesota. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And an alley to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. So that one will be accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Cousins, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Now Trubisky to throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
We often overuse the term heart and soul when we talk about a player being just that for his team, but not in the case of Kyle Long in Chicago. He's shown his ability to be a Pro Bowl guard, a Pro Bowl tackle, but it's his passion for the game, his passion for his teammates that sets the tone for the entire team.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. And for their efforts so far, they deserve a little defensive montage here.
I like that. I like how you recognize what they're doing out there and how much fun they're having, because that's indeed what's going on. Beating them to the punch just about every snap now, swarming, swooping, taking the ball away. This is a lot of fun to watch.
Opportunistic, right?
Very much so.
This is Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Trubisky gives to Cohen. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
What we got?
They go play action with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Here we go.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play fake. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Now I think the Bears have recovered. They have. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Cook. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they'll run it with Cohen, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown
pass. He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception, but he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
But now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go.
Throwing, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
180. Yep.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Yep.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
180.
Right there. 54 Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Trubisky to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Draw play, Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right, that run after catch.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Wild now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky underneath to the tight end, Burton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check it back. Check it back.
Cousins on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Play to win. Let's go.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Cousins from the gun on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Trubisky rolling to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And out now come the Vikings. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Cousins again. And this is Cook with a grab. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
That's where you belong.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Trubisky will throw. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's what I'm talking about.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Out of the gun, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Check it out. 180.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Take 4, take 4.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
All day, dog.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On third down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins now. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go, D.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Cook. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football, but these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Cousins, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Trubisky. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better bring it. You better bring it.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. The field goal we just saw has this now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at the 15. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. It's complete to Diggs. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Go, go, go.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Here's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Again, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll try and run for it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
You can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Trubisky will throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Crunch time, defense.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.